Hello. In this lesson, we are going to solve word problems involving special angles. And I have about 3 questions to solve under trig ratios. Starting from number 1. Number 1 says, find the height of a tree which throws a shadow of 42 meters long on the level ground when the altitude of the sun is 30 degrees. So we start solution. The first thing we are going to do is to draw the diagram and then know how we can find the height of the tree. Assuming that this is the tree, the altitude of the sun, that's the angle of elevation. This should be the shadow of the sun. So we have this. And then this is 30 degrees. So let us label this A, B, C. And this is a right angle triangle. So as I said earlier, this should be 42 meters. And then that means we are looking for H. So we are going to be using 42 and 30 degrees to find the value of H. And by looking at it, you discover that this H is opposite to the given angle, while 42 is the adjacent. So we are going to use a tan. That is H over 42 is equal to tan 30 degrees. In the last lesson, I promised to display the summary of the trig ratios of angles 45, 60, and 30, and that is what we have here. We're going to be making use of this table to solve the questions we have. So in continuation, we have H equal to 42 tan 30 degrees. Well, from our table, 30 degrees is 1 over root 3, which is 42 times, pick the value here, 1 over root 3, which is the same thing as 42 over root 3. Well, we're not going to leave the answer like that because we know that we can rationalize further by using the denominator to multiply the numerator and denominator. So this is the same thing as 42 all over root 3 times root 3 all over root 3. That is rationalizing the denominator. And that will give us 42 root 3 all over root 9, because root 3 times root 3 is equal to root 9. And that is equal to 42 root 3 all over 3. Sorry, let me go over to the other side. From here, come back here. And then we have equal to 42 root 3 all over 3, because root 9 is 3. If you divide through by 3, 3 into 3 is 1, 3 into this is 1 into 12, 4. So means that our H is equal to 14 root 3 meters. That is the answer to that. So the height of the tree is 14 root 3. Sorry, 14 root 3, not root m. 14 root 3 meters. Okay, so we go over to number 2. And number 2 says AB is a diameter of a circle and C is a point on the circle. On the circumference such that ABC equal to 60 degrees. If the radius of the circle is 3 cm, calculate the lengths of the chords AC and BC. The first thing we have to do is to first of all draw the circle. And after drawing the circle, we now locate the points that we are given. So, continue from here. Okay. So we're now tackling question number 2. And as I said earlier, the first thing is to draw our circle. If this is our circle, then we draw the diameter. So this is A, this is B. And then we were told that C is a point on the circumference such that ABC is 60. So let us locate C here. Let this be our C. And then we have this. Then we have this. So we're now having our ABC. And then we are told that the radius is 3 cm. That means from here to here is 3 cm. And this is another 3 cm. Now, to continue, we were also given that this is 60 degrees. That is ABC. Now, we need to know this angle. That is angle C. For us to know angle C, from circle theorems, we know that angle at the center is 2 times angle at the circumference. And by me looking at this, angles on a straight line is always 180. So if this is 180, it means that the angle here must be 90 degrees. So we've got that, the 90. And then the next thing, we have to calculate the length of the chords, AC and BC. Now, if you check, you discover that AC is opposite to angle 60. And then BC is the adjacent. So, using our formula, we say that AC all over, that's opposite over hypotenuse. AC all over AB is equal to sine 60 degrees. That is opposite over hypotenuse. And then that is AC all over 6, because this is 3 cm, this is 3 cm. If the radius is 3 cm, from here to here is radius, from here to here is another radius. So that will give us sine 60 degrees, which means that AC is equal to 6 sine 60 degrees. And that is, what is our sine 60 degrees? Coming to our table, we know that our sine 60 degrees is root 3 over 2. So we now have 6 multiplied by root 3 over 2. And work it out, dividing by 2, we have 3. That is 3 root 3 meters as the length of AC. Therefore, AC is equal to 3 root 3 meters. So that's about that. Then the next thing, we have to go ahead to find the other chord, which is BC. So So BC now, we are now looking for BC. So BC, which is adjacent, all over AB is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse is cos 60 degrees. And then that means that BC all over 6 is equal to cos 60 degrees. Therefore, BC is equal to 6 times, or sorry, 6 cos 60 degrees. Now, going to our table again, we discover that cos 60 is half. So that will give us 6 times 1 over 2. To divide it, 2 here 1, 2 here is 3. And that means that our BC is equal to 3 meters. So we have succeeded in finding the two values, both AC and BC. And that's the end of number 2. We are now going over to number 3. Number 3 now. In number 3, we were told that the angle of elevation of the top of a flagstaff from a point at ground level is 30 degrees. From another point on the horizontal ground, 20 meters nearer the flagstaff, the angle of elevation is 60 degrees. We have to find the height of the flagstaff. Starting with the diagram, let's try number 3. Assuming that we have this, so let us take this to be the flagstaff. What we are looking for is H. Okay, let's take this to be P, Q, R, and then this is our angle 90. Now, we have 30 degrees here. Then we were told that from another point on the horizontal ground, 20 meters nearer the flagstaff. So that means we have to draw another line here. Let me make it better. Okay. So it means that this is 60 degrees. We're told that, okay, let us have this as PQRS. Let us call this S. We're told that the point is 20 meters closer to the flagstaff. So that means we're going to have 20 here. And let us level QS. Let us take it to be X. Now, by looking at this, we discover that we have two triangles. Triangle PQR and triangle PQS. In triangle PQS, for instance, we know that H over X is equal to tan 60 degrees. That is opposite over adjacent. And that means that H is equal to X tan 60 degrees. That's if you cross multiply. And from the table, we have that tan 60 is root 3. So that is X root 3. Okay, we can call this equation 1. Then let us consider the bigger triangle. That is PQR. If you consider PQR, we are going to have H over the whole of this now. The whole of QR should be X plus 20. That will be x plus 20 is equal to tan 30 degrees. And that means that h is equal to x plus 20 tan 30 degrees. In continuation, we have it as x plus 20. Then what is tan 30? Tan 30 is 1 over root 3 multiplied by 1 over root 3. So which is the same thing as x plus 20 all over root 3. We call this equation 2. So in continuation, you can clean part of this. So I'll continue from here. Okay, by me looking at this, we are now having two equations. We're having two equations, and for us to get the value of h, we have to equate the two because we are looking for h, and h is the same. So here, h is equal to x root 3, while here, h is equal to x plus 20 over root 3. So we have to equate the two, bring the two equations together. That means that x root 3 from 1 is the same thing as x plus 20 all over root 3. This should be over 1. So you, by me looking at it, you cross multiply, and we are now going to have x root 3 times root 3 is equal to x plus 20. And then that will give us x root 9 is equal to x plus 20. Well, we know that root 9 is 3, so that will now give us 3x, sorry. That will give us 3x equal to x plus 20. Then we collect our like terms in order to find the value of x. 3x minus x is equal to 20. And that means that 2x is equal to 20. Therefore, x is equal to 20 over 2, which is equal to 10. So you can substitute this value in any of the equations to get the value of h. So to continue, we come here from equation 1, h is equal to x root 3. That is from here. And that means that h is equal to, since x is 10, h is equal to 10 root 3. So, and that is the answer to that. So h is equal to 10 root 3 meters. So that's the end of this lesson. Now, I would like you to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. I will see you in the next lesson.